Welcome back, everyone. National Teacher Appreciation Week is a time to celebrate the effort of so many who invest in the education of children in Mississippi and really all across the nation, like Lavelle McAlpin at East Webster High School. Teaching for almost 20 years, McAlpin has influenced several generations of students, many of whom now work side by side with him as teachers. Stephen Pimpo sat down with the U.S. history teacher today to discuss his impact both in and out of the classroom.
If I wanted to make it a bit more accurate, I would say, what did you say again? USSR. USSR.
You can't fool students. You can't fool them into thinking you care about a subject you don't care about. They know.
If there's one thing Lavelle McAlpin students know, it's that he loves U.S. history.
We're talking about a specific period, like World War II or World War I or maybe the Depression or something like that. I try to bring in interviews or maybe photographs, pictures of the local towns and communities.
Known as Mr. Lavelle to his students, he's taught at East Webster High School for almost 20 years.
He knows how to talk with the students and relate with them, and his stories are probably the best.
Like a local store owner describing hungry people coming into his shop during the Great Depression.
They weren't stealing. Maybe open a box of crackers and take a few crackers out of it and leave the rest of it behind. These were people who were hungry. They were people who were without.
Or Charles Lindbergh making an emergency landing in Mathiston.
When I'm driving to school, I can see and be like, hey, that's where that happened.
Mr. Lavelle has been at East Webster High School for so long, several of his former students now work alongside him as teachers themselves.
Like John Carpenter, who's wrapping up his first year teaching geometry.
He didn't just teach you, here's the book, learn the material. It's one. History's all around us. It's everything from what we do, why we do it, stuff in the local community, and just he brought it to life and made it real for us.
Carpenter says Mr. Lavelle was his favorite teacher, and taking his classes helped inspire him to go into education.
I'm going to present different viewpoints to you. I'm going to share them with you. You need to make your own mind up about what how you ultimately decide those things should be.
Even as a friend and colleague, Carpenter says he's still learning from Mr. Lavelle.
Quit just reading from the book, actually connect them on a personal level.
To see people carry on that tradition and come back and teach at a place that means a lot to me is extremely gratifying.
In Mabin, Stephen Pimpo, WCBI News.
McAlpin says the plan is to at least continue teaching until he hits the 25-year mark. After that, he's not sure, but as long as he can continue reaching students, McAlpin says he'll keep showing up to class.